Are you trying to put your baseboard against your wall, but then again you have this huge gap right here from your flooring? Stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to fix this problem. Hey there friends, welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, consider pressing the subscribe notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. So you are planning to put baseboards now, you're ready. You have a gap right here from your flooring or your floating floor to your baseboard. So what do you do now? So the reason why this huge gaps happen is because your walls aren't perfectly squared. So when you're starting to floor, you're gonna end up with some corners that are just starting to get wider and wider as you go, like what happened to this floor. Here's an example where the flooring continues onto this room and to this wall, and it just starts getting bigger on the gaps. So when this wall was constructed, it wasn't perfectly squared. So something that happens very commonly on when you start doing these floating floors, some walls are squared and you get to meet to this another adjoining wall that just starts to do this. So I'm going to be showing you two methods on how you can actually fix this problem. Let's go with method number one. Method number one, easiest way to do this is just get another plank like this. So this is why it's so important to get extra boards whenever you're getting your floor done or you're doing it by yourself. Order extra boards so that when this situation happens, whether your floor gets damaged, you have extra that you can replace it with. Measure how much gap is it from here all the way to here. Again, we still want to maintain a 1/4 inch for any expansion or contraction on the wall, but this just is too much for the baseboard. This baseboard that we're using is a 1/2 inch baseboard, which is not enough to cover the gap. I'm going to measure all the way here where it reduces all the way to the 1/4 inch gap. Notice how this has a tongue and a groove. You always want to match it to where the tongue is going to meet on the groove. We just need a small piece from this to fill this gap. 1/2 inch. From here I'm going to do 1/2 inch. You can take another board and use that as a straight edge. There we go. Here's the end that we want. Notice that it's 1/2 inch and it just reduces all the way to nothing on the other side. When you cut this, you can use your table saw, you can use your circular saw, jigsaw. I'll just use my regular oscillating tool to cut this and take my time. Okay, so let's cut this off. So here's the oscillating tool that I use. I really like this oscillating tool. It's by Works. If you're interested on any tools that I use within this video, I'll leave all the links on the description down below. I have a scrap piece of flooring here. I'm just gonna use that on the bottom so I don't ruin my real flooring. It doesn't really matter if you have that, but this is the piece that we're looking for. See how it just reduces to nothing on the edge? You want to clean up the edge as well. If you have any of these burrs, if you have a box knife, just be careful. Just kind of take out those burrs. So just make sure that the inside here is clean, no debris. And also on the groove, there are no debris as well, because that could affect where this will fall into. 1/2 inch gap is gonna deplete right there. And then you're just gonna follow it through like that. Take your flooring pull bar and mallet. Give this a good tap. Here's the situation, and I bet you this is gonna happen to you when you're putting on something such a small piece like this. It's gonna fall off. When you start tapping it in, it's gonna fall off. So the one thing that I highly recommend is just go and super glue this piece to the place right there. Take yourself some glue and this 2P10 spray, this activator and super glue. If you need one of these, I'll leave the link on the description down below. Carefully apply the super glue on the groove. Make sure that you only apply on the groove and not on the floor. Right here. Okay, so we're gonna stop right there because this is how far the length goes. Now you can carefully put this back on. Okay, just don't touch the super glue. Okay, just like that. Easy. Take your activator and just spray the whole run. Once you spray it, get yourself a microfiber towel or a towel, wipe it, and it should be in place. Everything is locked in place. No matter what, even if you go like this, that floor that you just put on will not come out. That's it. That's the beauty of super glue and activator. Take your baseboard and the gap is gone. Now I'm not gonna nail it to the wall yet. Let me show you. So let me show you the before. Okay, and this is the after. Here's our baseboard. There is no more gap. Easy. So there you have it, friends. It's a very easy fix. Make sure that you have extra board so that you can accomplish this. Whenever you're buying flooring, make sure that you buy a little bit of extra so that you have extra planks, just in case you have damaged flooring or gaps like those. And the other method, the second method that you can do is so you can get thicker baseboards. But if you have other questions on gaps on baseboards, I made separate videos on those. Check out these videos right here, or check out my baseboard playlist. That will greatly help you out on your baseboards or your flooring. I'll leave both of those links on the description down below so you can watch those if you have any other questions regarding baseboards or flooring. So if you have any other suggestions or tips, please leave it in the comment section down below and share it with the community. If you found this video super helpful, please hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe notification bell, and I'll see you friends on the next video.